Hey, what is going on, everyone? My name is Sniper3493, and I've been gone for 3 weeks, but here I am. I'm back. I've been a little busy, but we are back. We are rolling again. Um, so the topic of today's video is I've been having this question a little while. What is a modern work of art? What what really is a modern work of art? Is it actual art? Is it poems? Is it writing? What is it? Radio? Is it music? Is it anything? What is a modern work of art in today's world? The best way to answer that is to figure out what most people do with their day when they come home from work. This is what came up when I actually looked that up. The top thing was that people did is they played video games. Now, you might be thinking, well, come on, no, who's never played a video game? Everyone plays video games. Video games cannot be a modern work of art. You've got a point there, but it can be a modern work of art. See, if anyone is going for a graphics designer, if you have any clue what that is, if you don't know, I'm about to explain it. But um, what it basically is a graphics designer is not like, okay, we're gonna mess with pixels and we're gonna mess with coding and we're gonna mess with the way things look. Now, if you go into depth of what the way things look, you actually do a bit of drawing, a bit of artwork, a bit of things to make it look beautiful and detailed and things like that. That is a modern work of art. People, when you see a video game, people think, wow, amazing, it looks like real life. And you look at the next gen and you say, oh lord, I never thought of this. This is gonna look so much better. It just looks amazing. If you play games like Medal of Honor or Battlefield or Call of Duty, you'll say, yeah, looks pretty real. Um, yeah, it might not be realistic, but I mean, it looks amazing. It looks fantastic. The lighting is almost perfect for some games, and guns look good. Everything looks perfect. Some things they talk about when they make the game, you don't even notice. I mean, it's like that. That is a modern work of art. When you cannot notice the mess ups that they make, that is a modern work of art. Because you're sitting there focused on everything else. The background, how it looks, how it feels. It looks realistic. You're like, oh, I could just step into it's like I'm stepping into the game. You go outside, you play the same thing, it's not the same. But it's a modern work of art. It takes a long time to develop something of that nature, something of creativity, to draw like that and make art, modern work of art. Okay, video games are a modern work of art. If you look at the next game that's coming out from Rockstar, Grand Theft Auto 5, if you look at that, just look at some of the trailers. It looks outstanding. It looks amazing. It's beautiful. I mean, it's like I feel like I'm in California, and I've never been to California, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But it's amazing on what these guys can do now. I mean, we're going into the next generation of gaming, and we have yet to leave this one, and we can still do amazing things with it. We can still make things look realistic, and it's unbelievable on what we have accomplished since the PS3 and the Xbox 360 have been released. It's just been amazing. If you go back to Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, if you look at that game, okay, yeah, it looks good for the time. If you go to play, I don't want to say Black Ops because you can't really compare the Treyarch to Activision thing because they have different styles of artwork, modern work of art. If you go back to Modern Warfare 3, which is the last game that Infinity Ward put on the PS3 until Ghost comes out, which we can't really compare that because we don't know what exactly it's going to look like on this generation consoles. We've only seen next generation, but you can just see a huge jump in graphics, and you're thinking, well, we didn't install a different graphics card in there, because I mean, you wouldn't be able to play Modern Warfare 3 on the PS3 that you got a bundle with Call of Duty 4. You can't do it. I mean, it would just not make any sense. But what we have learned to do is take that ability of all the other parts in the actual console and use them to our advantage and made them look like a better game when technically it doesn't look any better than it does on Call of Duty 4. Does that make any sense to you guys? Let me know in the comments. It really doesn't. It doesn't look as good as you actually think it is. They kind of like trick you a little bit. You understand? They trick you to think it looks amazing, but in reality, it doesn't really look amazing. They trick our eyes to do something. It's not as good as we think it is. It's the same thing as Call of Duty 4. It's the same engine, but it's not better graphics. It's the same thing. It's just we've used everything that we can get to our advantage to make it look like something else. Now, when we get this Grand Theft Auto 5 game, and by the way, guys, I'm so stoked about Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, I wasn't, when I saw the trailer, I was like, yeah, it might be good. I'll rent it. I looked at it a little bit more. I'm like, dude, no, I cannot rent it. I have to get it. I cannot do it. Have to get it. So we will see an unboxing of that in about a month. But anyway, we have to install 8 gigabytes onto the PS3 in order to play the game because it's so massive and it's so beautiful. But this game doesn't really trick your eyes. It's what it is. That's why we have to install 8 gigabytes. Now, the Xbox 360, I'm not sure how much you guys have to install in order to play the game. I'm almost positive it's like I want to say 27 gigabytes, but don't correct me on that because I don't know. I'm almost positive it's what it is, but since the PS3 has Blu-ray, we can hold up to, I think it's 64 gigabytes. I'm not absolutely positive how much it is, but it's a good bit. But we only need to install 8 gigabytes, so we were off by that little bit. That thing does not trick you because you have to actually install the data, blah 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 blah. But in some places it does trick you. Like, let's say that you are looking at a car's reflection, okay? That car's reflection, and like let's say it's nighttime, you buy a bunch of lights, it's lighty outside, everything got lights shining off your car. What's happening there? Well, it's not actually the reflection from those lights. What they've done is they've pre-made those reflections to make it look like it is. A better example of this is if you go on any Call of Duty from Call of Duty 3, I believe, to Black Ops 2, you would see a reflection on the scope of the sniper rifle if you have a scope on it. And if you look at that, say you're on Nuketown, okay, you're in the back of the map, okay, you look to one direction, and on the scope you see the bus, but you're behind a house. It's like that, but it's pre-made. It's pre-made, it's pre-made for each map. But what Rockstar is good at is pre-making things a lot. They pre-make a lot of stuff. But if you ever wonder or have to write a paper on what a modern work of art is, I'd have to go with video games. I mean, it really is. Yes, fat people play video games all the time. Well, whatever. It's a modern work of art. And you don't be mad, because you are part of that modern work of art. No matter what anyone says, you are part of that modern work of art because you make that part of modern work of art. You make it connect. You make it live. You make it drive to what it can be. You make it modern work of art. That's what you do. Without people that play video games wouldn't exist. I mean, we'd have our occasional, arcade games, but if people didn't play a lot of video games, we wouldn't have consoles as big as they are today. So, if you ever just feel like, what's the modern work of art? Let's see. I think it's music. Well, just take some time, listen to my video again, and maybe you might start to understand what I'm coming from. But anyway, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the GTA 4 video in the background. It's probably gonna be multiplayer. I don't know. I'm recording this ahead that way and get a little bit faster. I'm thinking this might be make it a little bit faster, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Please subscribe to my channel. I just said that the weirdest way. I meant to say, please subscribe, rate, and comment on this video. My bad, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.